talk more about that as well. First pitch started happening in the offseason.
The winner, and you're hearing your name. Or you
grab ball, second base. Vivas on to first. The DH had some rotator cuff served to right field. Judge is over to a
big question mark as well as far as, okay, so what makes
off the lineup, in your opinion, and get on base
scoring position if he had a chance.
Perfido to first, Goldschmidt on to
times young hitters. His fastballs, you have some life on his fastball.
Stop that big front leg stride.
Maybe you have those guys lead off.
And just like that, you don't need a lead-off homer for Wells in a one. Brings up Aaron Judge.
Didn't do a great job last year. He's a lead-off perspective as far as maybe.
The big boys coming up. You got Judge, Bellinger short. Traded to the Yanks this offseason. Even as a veteran, feels like they have something.
Did the first half. He come from maybe not having that great 20-25 guy. Ups to head.
Half. So there are obvious signs that pitch from Rodriguez. Out in Francis for that fifth spot.
Gossman, you had him in there. They were ninth and Tondare out as far
on the team. Kelly, we've talked about
lose a lot of guys and almost in
next season. 1-2 pitch. Top of the first as he faces the 4-5. Pops it up.
Little jam shot. 86 to 87 now. Then he'll have some success because he has
2/3. 2-1 pitch. Clement. Luke's. Little had it in. Board 2-1.
Key to a left-handed hitter.
1-1 pitch.
Or breaking ball.
Hey, Stroman against Leo Jimenez. Copper to third. Velasquez training diagnosed with an oblique injury.
But heading back up on Monday, asked Brian Cashman how the Yankees were.
Smith, and he's opened some eyes as well.
Here with 3 weeks to go.
Shattered bat to Rodriguez.
About 8 to 10 ball games.
Yorvin Vivas smokes one up. Out. So maybe early in the season.
DH there, so maybe that's an occasion. Never plays. And it's just
Velasquez. As Riley Terada. That boy.
He also has
as he tries to get it off the barrel. Terada. Here we go again on
and he's kicking himself all the way back to the duck.
Able to extend himself into a game.
We're into the game, so he wants early
Wagner, another ground ball to sit
down. Just changing the eye level really.
Up there.
That's the last pitch that's going to come. Usually going with it and get a good feel.
Show hitting that one out to on a no doubter out just over the wall and run. Pitch. To the game, Austin. Game situation getting into games.
Yeah, you look at last year, really strong.
2 pitch coming up to Judge. Bellinger followed Austin Wells, one right there under the glove of
for many doubles down the line.
Wells
going to start a good year.
Clement. Dom Smith will be there
this game because my question is what
I think he's a really good hitter and a pretty high on base percentage guy. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I mean, it's a left-handed pitcher. You know, I do
so Judge combination right behind the
lineup. And while I
out to right, Judge will handle it. Teams. Brian Jennings.
You don't usually see that. You only
and Grisham on the move. Raza RBI opportunity.
It's like it doesn't exist.
That platoon at third base has Grisham will come around to score. He's on the move. Heineman throws down. Oh, pitch. 2-2 pitch. Hitter with runners at second and third by your local Ford stores.
Of being a leadoff hitter for this team.
I'm not trying to whoever. It's important to get on base for him.
High clip. Pitches, relaying that information to guys.
That also gives me a little bit, comes up a lot more for for the guys around me. I think that's my number.
With Eric Raiselman right now, he
Have that typical leadoff guy.
will score. Blue Jays have their second.
When I want, I'm going to stay in my game.
2-game now here, top of the 5th. Same approach. Just plug me.
21 games, 193.
Third with nobody.
Well, that's the case.
The four-seamer on 3-2. How'd you feel about
Organization, both sides of the ball.
Bells? I know you like working with those.
Oriented, and guys get in a route. When the season starts, you don't mind the night.
That's a couple ground ball outs. Top of the wall. Hammers that one out to center. Loper Fido is over. 1-1 pitch. Vivas and the run. Chopper right up the lot. Fans in attendance for tonight's ball. The third inning. 0-2 pitch to Bellinger. 1-2 pitch to Bellinger. Besides Heineman, one into shallow left field. Heineman will 5-3. Blue Jays lead it on the out on Sportsnet. To right field. Your 2025 Yankees ticket. 2-1 pitch from Brewer. In right, stretching it for 2. Will he?
Class A at second.
0-1. There for the out. Adrian Pinto will gets it on his hands.
It's not that important, honestly.
Can you give us a little?
Nothing earth-shattering, but
This third meeting between the Blue Jays and the Yankees.
kind of focus on
Names on this pitching staff.
same with Devin with the changeup.
The hype has been elevated.
You're coming into kind of a black and blue, and then Jimenez. All right.
Connie, always a pleasure.
Pitcher in for the Blue. Come around to score. Numbers need to be looked at a lot. These fans.
It was hurt most of the.
Alexander Vargas is at third. 1-0 pitch from Yarbrough to Hardman. Chopped to third and foul. Payoff pitch coming to Hardman. And throw. Runners on the move. At T2T. 49 games. Anybody covering the game and anybody go. Javon Ward took over for Dalton Varp. Lifts that one out to right field. Have on the Montefiore Einstein score.
Yes.
The way he'd come out of that.
In high school and then
Hall of Fame candidacy.
in Portland, and that has not been to the World Series.
Always the team player now.
It over to the Yankees. Why on my chest?
5-4. The man in the middle there. That'll find the seats.
Camp, and Aaron Boone said that to allow Schmidt to continue.
What's happening with the rotation?
And your 3, 4, 5 guys who's that teams could carry.
Right.
Just who came up with the when your arm gets tired.
Way and a man on first.
A lot of times when that rule was he is sharp that 40th pitch.
Bottom of leading off to tie the game at 5. Love of the third baseman for a base hit. The artistry and the different way
During the year that you needed to win or lose.
Or standing up on the miss. 2 runs in, man.
Didn't know if he was going to be up. That
Knew what they had. They'd scouted these.
you wouldn't probably see him on the mound because his
Big leg kick, like what
miles an hour, but it just jumps on you.
So stepped up big time in the post to right center field. and that's off the glove of Mark. Steele is the hitter. First. Often it looks, it's a semblance of Elvis Martinez, and in the top of the ninth. See if they can turn two. Pitch in his first at bat. Watley.
And even with one out, you'll
At third. Get a big strikeout here. Wrap up the game here. 0-1 pitch. They get the lead runner on to first. Need to rally to try and tie what happened coming up in just a bit. But Dan raced around and scored from second. Younger.
4 games.
Everson Pereira. Ball getting a 1-1 pitch to Pereira. Here comes the 2-2 to Pereira. Trying to rally down 7-6. Will score. Second runner.
Winning base hit. 2 RBIs.
Castillo is there for the out.
Trying to find the plate.
Adrian Pinto will get. Does come back with it. Gets it on his hands.
There. Why is it so important to you?
It's not that important, honestly.
Blue Jays BP there. You and Ron Guidry. Can you give us a little?
What old guys talk about. So nothing earth-shattering, but
Exactly. Try and schedule something there. This third meeting between the Blue Jays and the Yankees.
your team ready to go. You know, kind of focus on
What are you thinking when you see some of those names on this pitching staff?
game plan for him. You know, same with Devin with the changeup. You know,
We know that, but it feels like the hype has been elevated.
like we're better. So you know, you're coming into kind of a black and blue. Makes a difference with us, and then Jimenez. You know, so yeah, we think we're going to be all right.
Connie, always a pleasure.
Ryan Yarborough, the veteran pitcher, in for the Blue. One past the third baseman. A runner will come around to score. A lot of people thinking his numbers need to be looked at a lot. Well, so beloved by Yankees fans.
Mono, their closer, was hurt most of the sale come time to deadline.
Alexander Vargas is at third. 1-0 pitch from Yarborough. 2-0 pitch to Hardman. Chopped to third and foul. Makes with first and third, 2 away here. The payoff pitch coming to Hardman. And the throw. Runners on the move to the Tuttle to Towers Foundation at T2T. Cubs last year at double and triple A. 49 games for Tirada. Beginning at 1:30. Priority number 1 for not only anybody covering the game and anybody going.
So we were okay.
Oh, wow. Javon Ward took over for Dalton Varp.
In the snow.
Watley lifts that one out to right field, leading the Yanks 5-4 at the bottom of the 7th on the Montefiore Einstein score. Just so unique that with that crouch,
Yes.
the way he'd come out of that.
I remember watching him when I was in high school, and then
That would have solidified that Hall of Fame candidacy.
Alaska and Canada and Idaho and Portland, and the Mariners are still the only team that has not been to the World Series.
Always the team player, Nelly.
And then Tino and I get traded over to the Yankees. I was like, wow, I got the NY on my chest.
Tonight after the game, Toronto leads at 5-4. The man in the middle there.
That's not spring weather.
Mike Medvin.
He's on TV.
That's in Clase. That one down the line and left. That'll find the seats.
Dealing with that cranky back earlier in camp, and Aaron Boone said that 1 and 5 of the season to allow Schmidt to continue.
The puzzle starting to fill in, Nelly, for what's happening with the rotation. Left for a 2-out base hit.
And your 3, 4, 5 guys or decrease the amount of pitchers that teams could carry.
Right.
Just I'd like to know who came up with the coaches. I'm like, okay, what when your arm gets tired?
3-0 pitch to Pinto with 2 away and a man on first.
You know, brought him back the next inning. A lot of times when that rule was with arm, your stuff might not be as sharp that 40th pitch.
SUV of the Yankees. Bottom of home run here in the bottom of the 8th, leading off to tie the game at 5.
In the field.
Wilson sneaks one under the glove of the third baseman for a base hit. You remember about El Duque and just the artistry and the different ways.
I can see him quite often during the year in pressure situations and a game that you needed to win or lose.
They'll send the runner. He'll score standing up on the miss. 2 runs in, man.
You got to start today. Somebody got hurt. Didn't know if he was going to be up.
When they signed El Duque, I mean, teams knew what they had. They'd scouted these.
Nowadays, you wouldn't probably see him on the mound because
or had seen the big leg kick. Like, what
it might be 88 to 91 miles an hour, but it just jumps on you.
Chips with the Yankees and one with the White Sox. So stepped up big time in the post. Lifting that one out to right center field. Is he?
Yeah. Cigar going now.
Goes from second and a chopper, and that's off the glove of Martin. Second and 2 away, and Jackson Castillo is the hitter. Tyler Hardman at first.
It's like hitting rocks.
I mean, it's called playing golf. It's a semblance of, it's a first pitch swing from Orelvis Martinez, and is with a leadoff base hit here in the top of the 9th. And a chopper to second. See if they can turn 2. Was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Anderson's 1-1 to Watley.
Nobody out, you're not going on contact. And even with 1 out,
they have Javon Ward, who does have speed at third. See if you can get a big strikeout here. A double play, you can wrap up the game here. 0-1 pitch to short. They get the lead runner on to first. And Montero is batting. Yankees now need to rally to try and tie. We'll detail what happened coming up in just a bit. The Ford scored from third easily. Rodin raced around and scored from second. The pitcher is Hayden Younger.
Here, a 4.19 ERA in 54 games.
68 2/3 innings. Everson Pereira,
lead runner, that winning run.
Ball getting a 1-1 pitch to Pereira. Misses outside. Here comes the 2-2 to Pereira. It's here in the bottom of the 9th. Trying to rally down 7-6. Payoff pitch. Can't get it. 1 run will score. Second runner.
This time gets the game-winning base hit. 2 RBIs.